Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. We're still in Ariandel. We've done one boss, yes, but what about second boss? The second boss is, well, it's down here. This is the path that we came up before, but we didn't go down this section here. So this is, this is the way to the second boss. But that's like saying just head west and eventually you'll end up in Hawaii. It's quite a long road to get to the second boss. But this is the way. These guys on this narrow walkway here can absolutely heck you up. So the idea is to rush in and take down one of them as fast as you can, which we've failed to do. But yeah, don't underestimate them. The flamethrower is meant to little heck you up, and especially if the two of them are doing it at the same time. Be aware of those lads. We're heading to the Corvian settlement that you can just see down here, this little village. Charlie's called it the Village of the Damned. Is that from Resident Evil 4? It reminds me of heckin' Resi 4. I don't know why. It's snowy. I don't know where I get Resi from. But anyway, it's down here. There's a couple of cool skips that you can do to make this area a little bit less painful, such as this one here. This is a speedrunner skip here. You can like jump up the side of the mountain to skip most of the area, but it's quite difficult to do. And if you fail it, you die. So it seemed kind of counterproductive showing you guys how to do that. Let's instead just go through the area normally. We've got another pretty good skip later on that helps you skip quite a difficult enemy. So I will show you that one. But for now, we're not going to worry too much about difficult speedrunner skips, really. Most of our enemies here are these little sort of pathetic, mutated crow laddies. These are Corvians. Now, I might need to do some fact checking because I thought the Corvians were the like crow lads in the like Undead settlement and that. But they must have a different name, and I've been calling them Corvians this whole time, but these are actually Corvians because I looked it up. There's different kinds. There's these sort of pathetic ones that just sort of lie there on the ground. They're not going to hurt you unless you really, really try to be hurt by them. They go down with one single... Oh my god, a centipede. You thought there wasn't going to be anything? Scary. Yeah, one single, like, sort of combo. L1, I should say, not combo. Takes care of them. Now, we do have these bigger ones. Sort of the black ones that spit out poison as well. So those are a little tougher. Those might take a couple hits later on in the area, but be aware there's some that do spit poison. Don't hang around in that for too long. Up there is just another way around to the way we came. What we're actually wanting to do is head... Oh, we missed one. Is head around here. This item here we will get much later. We need to drop down from this sort of walkway above to get that. Don't worry, we will. It's a weapon. There's a new enemy to just... Oh, don't forget that guy. There's a new enemy to discover, and it is these Corvian guys, but they are like in mechs. I don't know how to describe them other than they're in mech suits. So there's one coming up here. Think Lies of P. Think Edward Scissorhands, right? What is going on with these lads? They are an absolute nightmare. They remind me a little bit of the scarecrows in Dark Souls 1 if they were actually scary. So don't underestimate these guys. These guys are actually terrifying. The idea is to sort of swipe, dodge, swipe, dodge, and as much as your stamina allows. But they are just zipping about, jumping about. Just a nightmare. So it might take you a couple goes to like get used to fighting these guys, but it's worth fighting them. If you try and run past him, there's a ladder we have to go up around here, and chances are he's going to catch you at the bottom of the ladder before you can get up it. So I recommend learning to fight those guys and not running past them, as there are more later on. So unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, Edward, we're going to call him Eddie Scissors, I suppose, and then we've got our regular little Corvian laddies. Yeah, they're the scariest thing I would say about this area, the Eddie Scissors guys. This guy, don't attack this guy, please. He's kind. He's still got his wits about him. He asks us quite an important question. He says, "Are you Ash?" Well, actually, we are the Ashen one. So please do reply, "I am Ash," even if your name is not Ashley. Maybe it is. Maybe you just don't know about it. So this guy, what's his name? He's just the Corvian settler. He comes into play. He asks us, You know, I'm kind of sick of this world. This is your terrible, terrible reach lore of Dark Souls, by the way. This guy, our Corvian settler friend, he's sick of being in a painted world. I'm sure you guys can relate. I don't know. He thinks that it's time we burn the painting. He's like, my lady, she just heckin' loves painting. I just think it's time to stop. If you're Ash, you should burn it. And do you know what? I'm not wrong. That's actually what he says. So I think we'll oblige. Little cut here because, I don't know, Charlie needed a pee or something, but we're heading across this bridge. I dropped my headphones. Sorry about that. There's a couple of these guys that try and jump out at us, but they are not scary at all. Not at this stage of the game. If you came here, like, early, as soon as you can, like if you came here from the Cathedral of the Deep and came straight here, my God. I don't think you would have gotten this far. Or maybe you would have if you've got like massive testicles. But because we've come here at the appropriate time after beating the game, these guys are not really scaring us at all. But the big guys are scary. Dropping down here to get this simple gem is probably not worth it really, but we're just sort of doing it to show you that's what's down there, a simple gem. Do it if you want a simple gem, but don't bother if you don't. Because now we have to run all the way back. This is where we fought Eddie Scissors. Back up this ladder to where we were before. This area is quite fun to explore, actually. There's lots of these sort of paths that door doesn't open from this side, etc. Sort of bits that loop back on itself. You're using the one bonfire for most of it, provided you don't die, I suppose. And it's great. So yeah, this door will open and become a shortcut. This door will open and become a shortcut. It's pretty cool. It's one of those nice sort of loopy areas. So there's only one path ahead of us and it is up here. Now this is, I mentioned there was a bit that we could skip that had quite a difficult enemy in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to fight the enemy. It's another Eddie Scissors, but with a twist, I suppose. And then we'll show you how to skip it if you are struggling with the following areas and you're just like, no, I'm sick of this guy. There is quite an easy skip to do to skip him. But I recommend you go through this whole area at least once. And then if you're having frustration on subsequent run-throughs, you can try the skip. So this is a variation on Eddie. He's got a thrusting sword and his throwing knives. Somehow making him even more annoying. Super zippy, super fast. You pretty much just want to be always either dodging or attacking. Don't try to go for long combos, 2 at the most. Use this pillar definitely, not that it flippin' works. Yeah, use this pillar to separate if you do need to heal. Yeah, see, so we tried to go for a 3 there. His poise is too high. There's no point in trying to combo these guys because he will just poise through it and attack you. So not ideal, no. It's great, the twin blades really excel when we're fighting things with mid to low poise, but as soon as we fight something with high poise, we are sort of always playing catch up, really. They're not really a weapon that shines from hitting stuff once. They're definitely a weapon that shines from combos, but... Oh, there we go. See, well, that was a good combo that we somehow got. Good range on them, I suppose. Yeah, so it's frustrating, but at least if we kill him, we've done it once, and then we can say, look, we did it once, and we can skip it in future. But then up here, this gate doesn't open yet, but it will. It's another sort of roundabout shortcut later on. The way to go is actually down here, down this path here, and you're meant to drop down and head along there. But just to quickly show you, if you are sick of Eddie Scissors 2, this is where you would jump. So you'd face this rock here, right in the middle, and jump right in the center. Aim for this little patch of grass, just underneath the sort of pillar behind it. So just literally run at it and jump, and it gets you onto this roof here. And that roof, that'll skip like this whole like section. So if you are getting sort of frustrated with the following section, this can help alleviate some of that frustration. Nope. Not quite. Not quite. There we go. Cool. Right. Okay. So you would just, you'd stay on the rooftop and progress, as you will see us doing later on. Oh, that's Evie. Evie says hi. Evie's my dog who cries to get in the room with me, especially when I'm recording. or stream in, and then cries to get out of the room. She's part cat, I suppose. They do that, don't they? Is that not a cat thing? Loads of these guys will be waiting to ambush you round the corner. Just take things really slowly, look round corners, etc. Don't get pushed off the edge, please. Good God. And they also drop down as well. So we're just sort of going forward a little bit and and then backing off a little bit. Just sort of teasing them, getting them to drop down. They're now not so useless, these Corvian sort of laddies. Oh, here's a poison one. But a lot of these now will be casting sorceries at us. They've got like homing soul nest as well as little Farron darts, just little sort of magic missile type stuff. This one wants to... Oh, this one wants to puke on us. Ooh. Isn't he a bold one? Oh, and that's where we were before, so don't drop down there. We don't need to do that. We're going to head up here. This ladder is one we're going to be taking a few times just as we explore everything. Oh, we forgot this room. There's nothing in this room. Just a few lost, hopeless souls to free from this mortal coil. So we'll just head straight back out again. The ladder is what we're wanting. Yeah, I don't need to go in that room. Just thought we would show you that there's nothing in there. Well, there's souls in there, I suppose, if you want to reap some souls. Right, yeah, these guys on the roof, they're casting magic at you, so be aware of that. They're still not very scary. They're not remotely scary, really, but good to be aware of. If you're running around with low health, it could be the thing to finish you off, and won't you feel stupid? So don't. See, so this is the roof that we jumped on with the skip. So it would take you all the way up here. It would skip this whole bit here. Can be good. Considering how easy it is to pull off, it's not bad, yeah. So we've just dropped down here again for some reason. Oh, yeah. Okay, so to show you here, this is one of the rooms. Well, this is definitely worth doing, actually. My mistake, I'm so sorry. So we've just dropped down here just to open this door down here. This becomes a shortcut. Just because we didn't have enough shortcuts. Now, technically, we don't need to worry about, like, the skip or any of that because we've done it normally. We've got a nice shortcut. So don't miss that. In this other room, stick to the upper floor, first of all. And round here, just over onto the rooftops here. We've got some stuffies. More magic laddies. Oh god, the health. Oh god, the health. Oh god, the health. Okay. Oh, crow talons. Right, so this is one of two. The Eddie scissors. This is his weapon. The other one we'll pick up in a bit. But yeah, if you like the cut of their jib and you want to try that out, then that's the weapon there. Here is the first speedrun skip that I pointed out to you. It would get you all the way over here. So again, it is a speedrun skip. I don't know why I'm even pointing it out. Charlie pointed it out and I think it's pretty neat. I don't know, it's a bit of random fact for you, a bit of random knowledge for you. Don't worry about it. It only saves you time. There's nothing too difficult really in this area, and if it is too difficult, uh-oh. You're not going to enjoy this next boss if you think this area is too difficult. Anyway, right, okay, enough jokes. Jokes are banned. Only Dark Souls 3. Okay, we're back here to where we dropped down, showed you the skip. In here, this is the other room that opens from the bonfire. So, like, this isn't a shortcut. It's mostly just to pick up this Slave Knight set. So you too can be Gale, if you like. You don't know who Gale is yet, but you will. Oh, you will. And that leads us back to the bonfire. We still have not rested at the bonfire because we've killed everything. We've got a few heals. It doesn't really make much sense to rest until we open up some more shortcuts, really. We're doing okay. There's no need to rest if you don't have to rest, because this area loops back on itself so much. We don't really want everything to respawn. It's this room you need to go up the ladder. And then back here once again. We just love this heckin' roof, apparently. Instead of dropping down now, we're going up. this ladder. Wee wee. And then across here. These guys are dead. They could fool you, but they are dead. Oh, I've just had an email from Jeff Keeley. Very much looking forward to the Game Awards. By the time this goes live, this video, the Game Awards have been and gone. I hope you enjoyed them. Very excited to see Clear Obscure pick up some awards, hopefully. Absolute masterpiece. Yeah, speaking of paintresses, I guess there's some mitters. Oh god, Eddie Scissors is back. Stay on target. This is not a live stream, Rachel. This is a walkthrough. Yeah, we've got another one of these guys. But again, we can adopt a kind of slash dodge. Slash dodge. Wait for stamina. And somehow we are burning him down really quickly. This one seems a bit slower than the other one. We actually got a stagger, which got us a crit. That went very well. See? What did I tell you? Nothing too scary here. I mean, they are pretty scary, but yeah. No need to drop down here. It just takes us to this other bit that we've been to before. Nothing down there that's new. We'll just stay up here. We're eventually going to end up at the other side of that graveyard gate and open that up. Up here on this roof, large soul of a weedy warrior, there's these 4 windows that we can look through. And we have this guy in here and another guy, 2 Eddies in here. One of them on the rafters and one of them on the ground floor. What we're going to do here, friends, is going to be really, really painful, but I promise you, it's a strat. We're going to slowly, but surely, take down this guy just with our bow and arrow. We are not dropping down there, because you've seen how scary it is fighting one of these guys. Like, one of them is manageable. We do not want to fight 2 of them. We do not want to fight one of them on the rafters. We're literally just going to stay up here, but it's nice and safe. You can run from window to window if you lose sight of him, because he does sort of go a bit mental. There's the other one down there. And you might need to run just from side to side, slowly shooting him down. So a couple of things that can help you with this. First of all, assuming that you are copying our build and you are dex based and you have a bow and it's you know, you're able to use it. If not, we'll go over that in a bit. But yeah, so you've got your bow. A couple of things you can do to maximize the damage. Well, you can level up the flippin' bow for a start, Charlie. You could level up the weapon. That would make it do more damage. We're using normal arrows, it looks like, and fire arrows. Which are good, but what might be better is if you manage to get some poison arrows. They can be poisoned. They are not resistant to poison, so poison arrows could be a shout. Just make sure you hit with enough arrows in quick enough succession to proc the poison, and then just kick back and relax and watch it tick down. Because we, as you can see here, we spend a lot of time not hitting him. So it would be good if in that time he was also taking damage. So yeah, poison arrows could be a shout there. Also, and this applies to if you don't have a bow, or you're a completely different build and you're like, sugar, what do I do? They are weak to eluding skulls. So you can use eluding skulls, throw one to distract one or even both of them. If you are going to fight them down on the ground, drop down at the farthest side possible from the white cloaked knight, and fight your Eddie Scissors on the other side. Use eluding skulls if you need to just get him to the other side of the room. Whatever. If you need to distract one while you fight the other one, etc., etc. Eluding skulls. If you can get them staggered by hitting them enough, then it's great. But like this, getting that is easier said than done. It's a patience game here, and I promise you it's worth it. You only have to do it once. You only have to do it once, I promise. And then we'll get the shortcuts opened, and you won't have to do it again. Headshots also deal more damage than regular body shots as well, if you can get them. Okay. So, when one of them finally falls, good job, that was a patience game that, we're now free to drop down onto the roof rafters. There's a shiny to pick up here before you drop all the way down. So you can see now there is enough room to fight one of them at the opposite side of the room without aggroing this white cloaked one, but you don't want to risk that. From here, we're going to drop down, plunge, and immediately bolt for the door at the other side of the room. Or if you're at all nervous, don't bother with dropping down onto the enemy. Just go straight for the door. Open the door and the gate, very important, before then turning back to face the Corvian knight. He doesn't come outside. Oh no, he does come outside. But you can use the tombstones and the trees here to put some distance between you if you need. Or you can sort of trap him in the door. He's still an absolute bitch, but now that we have the shortcut open, I feel like that gives you a sort of sense of confidence. I feel like I play that way anyway. Like, if I'm fighting something before I've opened the shortcut, I play really badly, and then when I've opened it, I feel like so relaxed. And I feel like I play better. Nice. Okay, getting near the end of our heals now, but that's okay because, like I said, we just got a massive shortcut, so we're chill. Even if we die, all good. We're chill. The first Corvian knight dropped a large titanite shard, and this body here has the Way of White Corona. My Corona. Out here in the graveyard, just to show you that you do not need to worry about going round here, there's a well with a freaking jump scare in it. Curiously here, we've managed to like get the poison Corvian stuck in the well, not dead, which is a bit odd, like, but whatever, it's fine. There's nothing here, so we'll just leave him be. Can he shoot him? You could maybe throw a firebomb down there, like you could angle it that it fell down the well, but no, just a wee troll around here, just a jump scare. So don't worry about going around there, you're not missing anything. Yeah, so gate is open, so if we die from here on out to this next quite difficult enemy, at least we can come straight back here, which is great. Right, so we're going to just pick up a couple more things before we head to this next difficult enemy. If we just drop down here. And then around here. Okay, this guy barely made it onto the edge of the... Whoa, cliff! We're okay, we're okay. We do have to make a jump here across to this section. There's a shiny overhang in that. And then in this room, another poison guy. Watch out. Who is guarding an item right from the very start of the area. I mentioned we'd be jumping down to it, so this is where you get that. Oh, he dropped some poo for us. Delightful. So here, jumping off here onto this outcrop is where you would get our other Corvian knight weapon. Which one did we pick up before? Did we pick up talons before? Yeah, we picked up talons before. I know this is quills. So it's the two different ones. It's the one with the, if I'm not mistaken, the one with just the throwing knives, like sort of claw weapons, and then one with the rapier. If I'm not mistaken. I've never used them before. They might be really good. Have you guys used them before? Are they good? Maybe they're great. And that takes us round all the way back here, but we've never rested. Like, we've done this whole area without resting, so we can just like run straight through. Should we wish. Back to, I guess, yeah, the big gate. Just straight up this hill to the big gate, which is now open. Obviously now less need for any other shortcut. This is now sort of the fastest way back up. So no more jumping on the roof, you might be happy to hear. A couple of these trees in the graveyard are alive. What I recommend doing is just taking the time to get rid of them, because this next enemy is another NPC fight. And by that I mean he is an enemy that fights like us. So I think those are the most dangerous, most scary enemies in this game. And he is Sir Vilhelm. He is a toughie. And so, we're going to show you the tactic, the hitless tactic, the SL1 tactic, the cheese tactic of getting him to take care of himself for us. You can fight him normally, please do, please do. We have a nice shortcut that, you know, it's not going to be super frustrating for you using that shortcut, but like, if you do want to cheese him, here's how to cheese him. So he spawns in as soon as you go in this building. We're going to take him outside. He has... Oh, he's got some good lore.
Every secret must be
He's got some good lore.
Such is the conceit.
Yeah, he's got heckin' Black Flame, which looks badass, but also will hit you heckin' hard. So what we're going to do is run around the gravestones. It's not actually this set of gravestones here. It's just to show you. We'll run around the gravestones, get him to go around the gravestones. That is the basic idea of it. Let's just head around again to this next set. Just round here. So past this tree, past the next tree. Oh, there's a lot of trees, I realise. Right, the ones that have the tree in the middle of them. There we go. Hopefully that stands out. So we just run around here. Get him to about there. On the other side. No, mate. Other side. He, from here, is so well known for just... Oh, he was so close to doing it there. He just steps off the edge. When you fight around these gravestones, he just steps off the edge. Right here. He's not doing it for us, though. However, we position ourselves here, right beside the tree, and he falls off the edge. Let's take a look at that again. So, it wasn't exactly what we were going for, but it is another AI manipulation where we're standing right here, and he thinks the fastest way to get to us is running around us for some reason. So hopefully that's a method that you can replicate with your run to get to manipulate his AI and get him to run off the edge. But we almost had him when he was positioned behind the gravestone, and he quite often rolls back, just rolls off the edge. That's an easy way to take care of him. We were sort of chipping away at him, just in case, you know, the cheese didn't work, but it did. When he dies, he drops the contraption key, which allows you to progress, to pull down this lever, and we can go upstairs and meet the paintress.
I believe.
Yes, you smell ash upon us because we are ash. So we need to speak to her to progress the story. So as with any NPC, we just keep talking to them until they start repeating themselves, and then we can move on. The door is open, thanks to us. Is it actually? Okay, so she's going to head off to paint. Promised Uncle Gale. Who's Gale? Yeah, she says the door is open, but it's actually not open. It's closed. It's locked, in fact, which is a bit weird. So for some reason you go outside and then like run around here and then the door opens. I don't really know what it means. It seems a bit stupid, actually. But that's the next bonfire. Going forward from here, this next area is not great. In my opinion, it's a labyrinth, but you'll be happy to hear that it does have a couple really generous shortcuts. So, like I said, you only have to do it once, in theory. You only have to do each hard part once. That's the optimistic way of looking at it. So it's full of these, I was going to call them Milwood. No, Milwood is like the big guys. It's full of these little guys, some of which breathe fire. The ones with the torches breathe fire. Huge range on the fire. The ones with the great shields are not to be underestimated. Do not hit the shield too much because it just eats your stamina. Sort of leaves you open for counterattack as well. And then the ones with the spears and no shield, they will throw the spears at you with surprising precision, and they are not to be underestimated either. Pretty much every enemy in any Souls DLC is gonna be totally capable of hacking you up. So this bit, we've got all these torch guys. I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Oh, amazing. One of them's actually dropped down to come to us. That's what you want. We don't really want to fight in the middle of a situation where there's like 3 of them surrounding us, when they're all breathing fire. So my biggest tip for this area is just to take your time. Hopefully you're playing with headphones on so you can hear if someone is creeping up behind you, like so. There never seems to be just one guy. There's always about 3 guys, at least, coming for you. And hopefully you don't get like spears thrown at you. Yeah, biggest tip is just take your time, kill everything as you go, because like I said before, it is a labyrinth. And it's really easy to get turned around. It all kind of looks the same. There's a couple of landmarks you can like use as reference, but the best landmark is going to be just a trail of dead bodies, just for helping you figure out which paths you've been to and which you haven't. As far as landmarks go, we've got tree stumps. Those are actually going to become a shortcut for us. So we've got our first one here. This one isn't a shortcut, I just mean there's going to be lots of trees. And yeah, as with any kind of situation, if we've pulled more than we can handle, which happens a lot in this bit, we're going to run backwards, not forwards, and just slowly sort of take everyone out. 300 style, if you can get to a situation where they all have to like sort of squeeze through a narrow gap, sort of force you to fight them one by one. That's ideal. The only really scary ones, I think, are the ones with the shields, because these guys, if you rush them, the idea is killing them before they even start breathing fire, or killing the throwing guys before they even start throwing at you. The shield guys, not so simple. Right, so I believe that's this bit. Oh no, we've got another guy up there. Of course. And of course they all blend in with the snow. Yeah, we have got a couple more here. God, I was like, that's it, right? Right? No. No. But my catchphrase is going to be, if we do it well, we only have to do it once. Really generous shortcuts, thankfully. But yeah, so this is, once again, this is Ariandel, just to reiterate. We're heading towards the second and final boss of this sort of first DLC area of Dark Souls 3. The second area is much bigger and has 4 bosses. Did I count that right? 4 bosses, my dear. But this area is a lot smaller, just with 2. So I feel like it's padded out. And for me, this bit in particular here feels a bit like padding. We've just come from the village, which felt really good. I just don't really like this bit. Sorry for letting my opinions cloud the walkthrough. Oh, here's another landmark we can use for reference. It's just a big, giant, random bell, which I guess has fallen out of the bell tower in the cathedral. But yeah, big old bell, so you'll know if you see the bell that you're going the right way. And you'll know if you see the heckin' village, you're going the wrong way. Here's that first tree we found. Oh, flippin' heck, man. Yeah, turned around a little bit late there. We want to separate these 2 guys. Fight them one by one. If you've got projectiles, that could work. Just get him to fall down. That'll do. That'll ding-dang do for me, like. There's just a wee shiny to pick up over here that we can get. Nice. Oh, it's a chunk. And then as you can see down there is the bonfire. If you do need to go back, there it is there. Brilliant. Yeah, so Sister Friede and Papa Ariandel. Very, very good boss fight. I have limited footage of this boss fight because she bloody kills them first try, doesn't she? So I'll do my best to explain. This boss is not easy, but thanks to our build and thanks to, well, Charlie, we have quite an easy way. Well, not easy. No, it's not easy. Simple is the word. Straightforward way of tackling them. Just wanted to like prefix this to get you guys like quite excited about the boss fight coming up, and also because I don't really want to talk about this big labyrinth all that much. I'd rather talk about Friede. It's an absolute cracking fight though. Absolutely cracking, like. But yeah, it's good. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to the Ringed City as well. Like I said, it's pretty expansive. It's going to be a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying Dark Souls 3. If you're just watching this and not actually playing Dark Souls 3, then I hope you're enjoying the content. It's been a lot of fun to make. At time of recording, it's the 10th of December, so it's just before Christmas. Trying valiantly to try and wrap this up before Christmas so I can have a Christmas break, but oh, do you know what? Just doing Ariandel at Christmas time just feels kind of nice. So I'm not that bothered if we don't get it done. But no, it's been a heck of a journey, and I just want to take the opportunity, just in this horrible little flipping labyrinth area, to thank each and every one of you for watching. I know that you probably think, oh, but I should be thanking you for the stellar content, and you would be correct, you're welcome. But also thanks for watching. I know that there's a lot of channels that do this kind of stuff, and also I'm about 10 years late to the party, but this is just the kind of content I want to make, so this is what we're making, and you guys are enjoying it, which is much appreciated. So you'll be glad to hear this is our first shortcut, so this dead tree here you can kick over. And now everything we've just done there, we get to skip. Holly heckin'luya. So that's one of two. The second one is just up here. You can see just in the distance there. So this becomes the like quick run back to the next area. But for us, we've obviously just done half of it. We need to do the other half now, the slow way. There is an optional kind of extra. I mentioned there's only 2 bosses in this DLC, but it did add something else. Other than bosses, it's got the Undead Arena, and it's reminiscent of heckin' Priscilla from the Painted World of Ariandel. Now, I'll always mix up Ariamis and Ariandel. Yeah, Priscilla from Dark Souls 1. So that's quite cool. It's a nice, like, bit of fan service. Little Dark Souls 1 Easter egg in Dark Souls 3. Well, I never. So down there, it's a PvP arena. So rather than the standard, like, you know, I'll invade you, oh, you'll invade me. It's like, it's a duel. So it's 2 consenting parties wanting to PvP and having a good time. So that was added with this DLC. But do you know what? Even calling it DLC is kind of silly nowadays, because everyone's probably got the Game of the Year heckin' whatever edition that's got it all packed in anyway. But it's just a force of habit, I suppose. Yeah, you thought we were done fighting wolves, by the way. No. Still loads of wolves. By now, though, we're hopefully, I hope you're pretty used to fighting wolves by now. There's been a lot of them. Just looking over the edge here, I guess she was maybe pointing out something there, but I'm not sure what it was. We're meant to be heading up here. Yeah. There's also a kind of optional bit that's not as exciting as the Undead Arena. But it pretty much kind of is an arena, I suppose. Here are the Milwood guys, so they're like sort of hanging out at the top of this area. This guy is a big heckin' ball bag for one main reason, that is the very tight sort of space that you fight him in. So be aware of your positioning, don't get stuck on the wall fighting this guy, and certainly do not get greedy fighting this guy. Back off and heal. In a situation like that, it's too narrow, just back off and heal. So let's just, for the sake of like realism, we're just going to do a quick like sort of run back to where we died there, just to show you this is the shortcut that we opened. So literally, it's as soon as you go up the elevator there, it takes you to the tree branch that we felled. So it's super simple. You can't miss it. And then just straight up here to where the wolves were. It's not linear at all. Oh god, the heckin'... Because I've got this footage all sped up, all the wolves are screaming. That's horrible. Okay, back to our friend that felled us. Yes, his great arrows are destructive great arrows, so they like explode, don't they? So be aware of that. That's what hit us there. It was like in the ground, and we got hit by the explosion. We're just trying to get behind him, getting a backstab. Which is usually the best way to keep these guys down, but not so much in a narrow corridor with lots of nice jutting out rocks to get stuck on. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, do you know what? It's fine. Oh god, it's not fine. It was almost, very almost not fine. Oh god. Dark Souls. And then you get the Quakestone Hammer, which is literally what this guy was using. So if you were watching it and drooling, thinking, God, I want one of those, here you go, here's one of those. I was in the middle of saying that there is an optional sort of situation where you have to fight a few of these guys, potentially at once. You want to avoid a situation where you're fighting them all at once, obviously. We're going to pull this guy back out of the range of the archer. But I'll point it out when we get to it that it is entirely optional. Literally just gets you a weapon, another sort of cool one-of-a-kind Milwood warrior weapon. But that's coming up in just a bit. I thought we were approaching it, which is why I started introducing it, but no. Like I said, the area all looks the same. But definitely biggest tip with these two is just to pull this guy back. We didn't fight him in the best kind of spot, but the good news is, like, if we're getting stuck on the environment, so is he. So I suppose we can explode an arrow. We can use that to our advantage. Watch out, it's gonna explode! Almost did it again. Oh man. Yes, backstab, fantastic. As far as I'm aware, it's very difficult or impossible to get them to fall off the edge. I don't know, you could try. If you backstab them correctly, they could fall off the edge, maybe. It's just such, I hate fighting stuff in such a narrow heckin' situation. Don't know if you could tell. Alrighty. Oh, I guess if you fall off, it's not a big deal, because that's actually where we want to go. Here's our second tree that we can knock down. And now we have the shortcut, the full, like, shortcut unlocked. Hey, you can see Priscilla's arena from here. Or the Undead arena, I should say. Not Priscilla. If you haven't played Dark Souls 1, that'll mean... Oh. Oops. That'll mean nothing to you. So this is actually where we wanted to go. To this little optional bit. But tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to, like, head back to the bonfire. Just going to show you what we've unlocked, because we weren't really meant to drop down there. I wanted to just quickly show you the shortcut we got there. The best thing you could ever do for your future self is to send the elevator back. Always, always, always. Okay, so here's our new run back through this area, and if you're planning on doing this little optional sort of encounter, you will need to get used to this route. So just here, we want to drop down onto this guy. This is definitely the way you want to handle this situation, and not the way that we accidentally dropped down. That was accidentally the way that you could do it. You want to come down here, because if you can take down this guy first, then it's one less guy to worry about. Here we go. So ignore the bloodstone. I've edited it so it makes more sense. Ignore the bloodstain. We have one guy, two guy, many guy around here. Watch your feet. This is like an earth shake. You get really, really lots and lots of notice when it's coming. However, you're going to have to deal with that while fighting this guy. So I don't know if you can see, eagle-eyed among you might have noticed, it's the guy in the back with a big, like, two-handed axe that's doing this earth shake stuff. So yeah, we're essentially fighting two of them at once. Just take it slow. Always prioritize either rolling in time with the earthquake going off, or just getting out of range of it, really. That was good timing, as she got out of range of it. But yeah, these guys are hard to fight, like, normally, but this is a situation where it's like, this is quite a hard encounter down here. And I mentioned the prize is just a weapon, so if you're not too fussed about collecting weapons, or, like, I don't know, it's a two-handed axe that does the earth shake ability, basically. So if you're not fussed about that, this is kind of a tricky situation, but handled expertly, of course. Over here's a soul. Right, so we're gonna go and get the guy that's he's sort of just sitting on the ground, isn't he? Doing the earthquakes. Because we dropped down onto that first guy, we avoided a situation where we'd had two of them plus the earthshake guy. So definitely that's the way to do it. But you can only do that once you've unlocked the... Oh no, you can't. You don't need the second shortcut. You only need the first shortcut. But you should unlock the second shortcut before coming down here. That's what I meant to say. Unlock the second tree trunk. And then go back round. Don't fall off. Get that dude. Come down, get the other dude, and then get the last dude. Quality walkthrough jargon. I'm tired. This is one of those areas that's... I probably should have split this episode into two. But I just thought, you know, I thought you guys could handle it, you know? I thought, oh, let's give them an extra long one just for a treat. I thought you'd like it. But it's an extra long one. It's difficult for me, isn't it? I have to stay focused. I keep thinking about, like, heckin', I don't know. Literally everything. I'm thinking about Clear Obscure right now. Here's your prize, Earthseeker. Yeah, fun weapon. Yeah, but we're sorted weapon-wise. It's, Are you the type of person that, like, gets a weapon really early and then just sticks with that weapon throughout the game? Or are you someone that likes to experiment every time you find something new? Do you go, I'm going to try this out for a bit? I don't. I wish I was an experimenter. I tend to have a plan. I tend to have, like, a starting weapon and then a middle weapon and then an end game sort of goal. I don't really experiment. I sort of know what I'm doing as I go into it, I suppose. Well, sometimes I do. Okay, we're right back here to where we dropped the second tree for the second shortcut. And now we have this, like, proper nice run back to this absolute hell spawn of a house. Is this a house? Is this the cathedral? I think this is sort of underneath the cathedral, technically, this building. Anyway, it's awful. Make sure you equip your torch. We've had to do a little bit jiggling, because we don't want to be over encumbered. We don't want to be over 70% if we can help it. Torch, very, very important for this area. So it's just full of these fly boys. Remember how I introduced you to the fly boys? They're not so bad when there's just one of them, but when there's more than one of them, it's not great. They have this really fun attack that fills your belly full of maggots that slowly eat you from the inside. Isn't that lovely? And it looks a little bit like this. So it's a really quick grab attack that's, well, couldn't have dodged that. You don't dodge it, really. You just kill them before they can kill you. You kill them as they approach you. But if you do get grabbed, immediately all you got to do, just whip your torch out and it'll get rid of the maggots because they don't like the fire. Be sure to roll through this illusory wall here. We're not going to do anything with it now, but we will. Basically, if we fall down to the lower level, this is going to be our way back up again. And just having it already open could save our life. So that's it open. From here, yeah, so we're on the upper level. And down below, oh, there's a cheeky lad up there. So I've had to unequip my bow, or I say it's Charlie playing, you know what I mean. We have had to unequip our bow because of carry weight, but that doesn't mean we can't put some good old-fashioned throwing knives just on our equipment belt and just throw one of those to get him to come down. Because if he comes down... Oh, bye! If he comes down on top of us, it could be an instant grab attack, which we don't really want. So, yeah. Get to them before they get to you. I'm pretty sure that's the slogan to, like, a pretty old, like, horror movie. Get them before they get you. It's not this wall, Charlie. It's a different one. But yeah, over here we got, what's this room again? This is, stairs. Heading up. We will go down to the lower level, but it's just flipping awful. So we're just doing this first. Heck yes. So this gets us back into the cathedral where Friede was, where the bonfire is. A nice little shortcut. This is now our, like, closest bonfire. I quite like that, how it's like, okay, I'm used to my shortcut that I'm doing. Okay, now I've got a different shortcut. You have to try and remember, like, oh, do I go up the elevator or do I go up the stairs now? You're going up the stairs now. Or, no, you're going down the stairs. Oh my god, what a walkthrough. Right. Now it's time to talk about this lower level here. In favour of ranged tactics, we've unequipped the torch, we've put the bow back on. There's a couple ways you can handle this. Some are more effective than others. Oh, we've got both. We've got the torch. Ah, I see. got the torch, unequipped the gloves. Gloves don't give you that much defense, so fair enough. If your bow is nice and leveled and you have plenty of arrows, please do take the time to just literally play this super, super safe and snipe as many of these laddies as you can from the upper level without falling down. This will save you a load of hassle because you can drop down and then there might only be like 1 or 2 left alive. However, this could be super painful because there's quite a lot of these guys and they do tend to dodge out of the way and like, oh, this one isn't, this one's taking it. Yeah, they tend to like, this is what I mean, they tend to like hang out underneath you because they're trying to get you, aren't they? Where you can't sort of see them, like you can't shoot at them. It's a pain in the bum. And also it just takes too much time. So the other way you can do it is literally just jump down. And be aware that once you jump down, you have to keep moving, pretty much. You're going to want to like do running attacks and just take them all out one by one, but keep moving so they don't grab you. So both ways are, I mean, well, one way is safe and one way is more fun. If you die, we just opened a shortcut, but we do have 170,000 souls. So it's kind of like, you know, having that kind of souls like on your person does encourage you to play a bit more safely, to be fair. I'm going to skip forward to when Charlie gets bored and just drops down. Okay, so we've been shooting these. Oh, I don't think she got bored there. I think that was an accident. I thought she was just like, oh, heck this. No, but we do drop down. Right, so when you drop down, a couple things to be aware of. One is the exit. There will be a door, small door, on the wall. Keep moving, like I said. You'll find the small door, and you can head up it. There it is, right there. There we go. So this is the illusory wall that we found before. It's just up here. And we're back to safety. Just like that. And you can continue sniping from up here if you like, but... Oh god! Right, so what's happened is we did die. We did die and I edited it, I cut it, so that's why that guy is back. Okay, so there's a strat. Shooting them all, if you fall down, that's how to get back up. But now we're just going to jump down. Just going to jump down and kill them all. One by one. It's not so bad. They are quite slow moving. It's just like you want to make sure as soon as you're in range of them that you're hitting them and killing them. And keep moving. They're super slow. But they do like to attack in packs. So keep going, keep going. Just from one to the next. Running attacks, very good. L1 attacks, very good. They go down super quickly. Like their health is so low. But, oh god, there's so many. And they're always coming to grab you as well. It's actually really lucky we didn't get grabbed there. I don't even remember if we still have the torch equipped. Yeah, we do. Great. Yeah. Don't take it off. You're going to think I'm silly now for being like, oh, here, if you just stand up at the top here and snipe them. Because this is not too bad. I just feel like we should always be recommending you... Oh, we had more maggots. Yeah, keep an eye on the bleed bar. If you see the bleed bar slowly going up, just whip out the torch. Oh yeah, the puke. That's it. The grab does it, but the puke also does it. So if the puke hits you... that gives you maggots as well. Yeah, you probably think, you were being way too cautious. This is fine. But this walkthrough is always going to recommend to you what we think is the easiest way to do things. So we're just giving you some choices. Very good use of the pillars, Charlie. Very nice. I hate that. Oh god, things that like put maggots in you, like this and Cathedral of the Deep. They just call me sensitive if you like, but don't like it. I don't like it. That's why the torch is like one of the first items I ever buy. I'm just like, just so I don't forget later. I would hate to be in a situation where I forgot to buy it, so I buy it super early. Oh god, what the frick? Was that ragdoll there? Ugh. So we pull this lever. This is the whole reason we come down here, is to pull this lever. Kronk. This literally is what activates the boss fight. So you need to come down here and pull this lever. You could do it with all the flies chasing you. Like, you maybe could actually get away with that if you are just in a hurry. I was going to say if you're in a hurry, and then I started saying in a rush, and it turned into if you're in a hush. But no, hopefully you're not in a hush. And just take your time, get all the shinies, activate the lever, and then this will activate this cutscene that I'm going to skip. As ashes ever will be. Ever seeking fire. So that's it. We can go to the boss now if we like, but we've got just one more thing to do before we do that, just while we're here. And what we're going to do is we actually have a few of these Ring of Sacrifices. We just haven't been using them. So we've popped one of them on, and that is because we have 180,000 souls. Although personally, like Charlie is not using those for leveling. Like we don't need them, but still we don't really want to lose them. We don't want to waste them. So what we've done, Ring of Sacrifice, if we die wearing a Ring of Sacrifice, your souls will not be lost. You get to keep them. Or if you've died and lost your souls, they're in a puddle, and you wear a rare Ring of Sacrifice, you will not lose the puddle if you die. So you get like a second chance to grab the puddle. So just in case you didn't know. So we have a few of those. So we're just going to use those for this next section, which is perilous. So this here is an illusory wall. You can tell because it looks like a doorway. And it heads down to Priscilla's Undead Arena. And unfortunately, we have to do another kind of platforming situation on the tree branches here. And I swear these tree branches are like slippery. Like extra slippery. So yeah, it's super easy to fall off here. Hopefully you have at least a couple of S's left as well. So proceed very carefully down these tree branches. Most of the time you have to drop off at the very end of the branch. Except for I guess this one here, which is kind of in the middle. Yeah, just down here. Oh god. Yeah, I think apart from the first one, it's always go to the end of the branch and then just safely jump off. Well, not, oh god, please don't jump off. Drop off, I meant. Yeah, so don't do it here. Go right to the end. Much easier. There we go. Nice. There's an item we'll pick up down here if you make it alive. Lenigrast. Down here, it's a Pyromancy Flame. That's quite special. Parting Flame. Pyromancer's Parting Flame. So it's Pyromancy Glove that you can level like a Pyromancy Glove, and it casts Pyromancies like a Pyromancy Glove. But it's got like a secret auxiliary effect where it like leaves a trail of fire every time you do a regular Pyromancy. It sounds pretty cool. And also it has a mechanic where if you kill enough stuff with it, it gives you an Estus Flask. It refills your Estus Flask, which I think is awesome. If you are embered in this arena, it will summon Livid Pyromancer Dunnel. He's livid, mate. Why is he mad? He's a mad fan. Actually, he is mad. He's a mad mound maker. a pure mad mound maker mental like. This invasion is a tricky one. Because there just seem to be no windows of opportunity. You do not want to be attacking when he summons his he's got a little orb that he casts into the sky like so. This orb will shoot 3 little pyromancy flames at you, 1, 2, 3, but then while that's happening it doesn't do that much damage, but it will stagger you enough for him to run up to you and combustion you like that. So it's all about trying to find a good window. You can use running attacks, especially while he's casting the orb. Just make sure to like get out of there before it starts casting its fireballs. It's all about getting combos on this guy. Unfortunately, he also has 1 billion Estus Flasks as well. I think he has about 4. So it's definitely either burn him down as fast as you can or literally just play the long game. Let him use all of his Estus, slowly get him down, but focus on avoiding his fire. Hopefully you've got some amount of fire defense. Here we go, we got Firestorm as well. So just look for the marks on the ground to make sure you're out of range of that. Rolling forwards through his fireball would award you an opportunity to hit back at him. We're kind of just keeping our distance, waiting for him to come to us. Dangerous when he knows combustion. You do not want to be fishing for a backstab on this guy because he can very quickly turn around, and combustion is basically like a shotgun. It does a lot of damage at very, very close range. Yeah, you do not want to take that to the face. So literally we're just letting him run to us, getting a 3-ish hit combo in on him. There you go, he's finally out of flasks. So the patience wore off. We just need to get one good combo on him now. And that's him down. Hey, we've still got 5 flasks left. We're doing great. But we do also have the Ring of Sacrifice still on as well, come to think of it. There we go. Dunnel finally hits the ground. I don't know, I was trying to think of a pun on the spot there and nothing came to me. And he drops his, the orb, the Pyromancer that he was casting, the little funny orb thing. So now you can ponder on that. Oh, funny thing here. That was the Grave Tenders bonfire down at the bottom there that we saw before. We're not dropping down there, obviously. I just thought it was fun to point out. So from here, back to the shrine, we're going to do our little bit of housekeeping before we head to the boss fight. You do want to be prepared for this boss, for sure. They're weak to bleed. I don't think... Can we buy Carthus Rouge from the Shrine Handmaid? Oh, we got an ash. We got the Captain's Ashes to hand into her. So this unlocks... You can buy the Milwood set if you fancied yourself a nice big pair of antlers. And also Milwood Great Arrows. So if you are using the Great Bow, here's some Great Arrows. The ones that explode after a short time. So what we're doing is we're stocking up on arrows. Once again, Charlie has decided to cap her leveling because she feels like she's high enough level. She doesn't want stuff to die too quickly. So we're spending all of our souls on resins and arrows and fashion. But you should absolutely be leveling either your survivability stats or your offensive stats to give yourself the best possible damage. But for the purposes of this walkthrough, we're capping our level. Burn the captain's bones at the bonfire, and that allows you to enter into an undead match. That is the duel, the PvP dueling mechanic now unlocked with burning the captain's bones at the Firelink Shrine. Amazing. So yeah, I want to point out, if you are spending some souls, please do buy some Carthus Rouge. That will apply a bleed effect to your weapon. So we already have loads, but just before you dump all your souls into levels or etc., make sure you buy a good stack of Carthus Rouge just to make this fight a hell of a lot easier. One good bleed proc can just like get you through one of the phases of this fight. And or if you're dying again and again to phase 3, yes, 3, it can get you through phase 1 and 2 just that little bit faster. So to save on frustration. Yeah, Carthus Rouge for bleed. So Friede, she's not super happy at us potentially heading down to speak to Papa A down below. But that's what we're doing. We're heading down. Before we head down though, we are going to head up, just up the stairs here, to speak to the painting woman, the paintress, as it were, with her canvas, as it were. Just a quick chat with her. It's linked to our Corvian settler friend that we found in the Corvian village. We chat to her. Behold its size, ladies, behold. Chat to her, and then after you beat Sister Friede, you can come back and chat to her for some more lore, and then we can head back to our Corvian pal for a goodie bag. So, without further ado, it's time to go and fight Friede and Ariandel. We're going to switch up some rings here. Going to pop on the Chill Bite ring, which we actually got from Friede herself. That will give us some frost resistance. Very, I would say, essential for this fight. Offensively, we're going to be using Carthus Rouge, which I did mention earlier on in this episode. That'll inflict bleed. This summon sign here summons Gale. Good old weird Uncle Gale. He will not appear in phase 1, which is fine because phase 1's easy. Phase 2, he'll come for phase 2. He can be absolutely game-changing for phase 2 and certainly for phase 3. So please do consider feeling free to pop an Ember and then summon Gale. Bring Friede to me. Take it away, Charlie.
Time for feet.
Indeed. Time for feet. Time for Friede. So we are defensively, make sure we got the frostbite resistance. You can get a little bit of fire resistance if you like for phase 2. Offensively, Carthus Rouge. So we're not going to reapply this in the middle of the fight, we're only going to apply this between phases. Friede is not a boss that you can fight fairly with. We're going to look for very specific telegraphed moves, and we're going to learn how to punish those, basically. This is one of such moves. Right, so when she goes invisible, she jumps behind you a lot of the time. We're going to get behind her, and we're going to backstab her. There's a very specific sort of spot. She's done it again, straight over, straight behind us. You can see a little patch of snow where she lands, and you'll know where to go up to her. If you approach her, that is what breaks the invisibility, so don't panic if you can't find her right away. Just sort of run around a little bit, you'll find her, because she is charging up a big hacking attack, like a decapitate attack or something, while she's doing that. So it's important, even if you don't get the backstab, to locate her and to interrupt it. So she keeps teleporting to the wall, so we're unable to get the backstab. But as you can see, her health is pretty low in phase 1, so it's just all about waiting for that opening. If you can't get behind her, L1. If you can, fantastic, get the backstab, and then as she stands up, get an L1. Her charging towards you is another good opportunity for a backstab. However, it's a bit tricky. It's a very short window to grab it, so feel free to instead go for an L1. The backstab location is not actually where her back is, because her body's proper twisted charging up this attack. It's actually if you get in right underneath her armpit, that is the spot to press R1 and get the backstab in. And as you can see, her health is going down really quickly. That jump there, you want to make sure you are a good distance behind her, because the frost AoE can hit underneath her feet as well. So here we go, the charge, armpit, backstab. Nice. So that is pretty much phase 1. She does have combos, but you just want to stay the heck away from those. Just roll back from those. Just literally bait out these very specific punishable attacks. You do not want to 1v1 her, essentially, is the strat for phase 1. Phase 2 is where things start to get a little more complicated. So take a few tries, get familiar with phase 1 so you can get through it nice and quickly. Phase 2, you are fighting Father Ariandel. Flail, bring me my flail. He doesn't have a flail, he has a great big pot full of fire, so this is why I mentioned maybe getting a wee bit of fire defense. But you're also fighting Friede at the same time. We're going to ignore Friede. We're actually going to put Ariandel between us and Friede to sort of block her. She can still cast her frost at us though, be aware of that. So I'm going to put him between her and truly just focus on him. He has far less defense than Friede, and he'll take way more damage. They share a health bar, so we're focusing on him. His attacks are very well telegraphed, very slow, but devastating in damage. So don't let your guard down. Just you see him taking loads of damage, you start to get a little bit hungry for it, a bit greedy. Do still keep up the defenses. Friede, we're gonna keep an eye on where she is, obviously, because I mentioned she can still do her sort of frost ground spells, which will go right through Ariandel and hit us. So we're still gonna have a vague idea of where she is. But also because she can start healing Ariandel as well. So we'll need to go up to her and hit her, preferably with a backstab, to interrupt that. And we will see that in just a moment. So you've got... That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Nearly always... Here we go, phase transition, so more Carthus Rouge, perfect. Nearly always, if you are a distance away from Ariandel, he will come to you. We do not need to run to him, he will come to us. There's the frost path there. So again, he's gonna charge at us, rush at us. This does so much damage. Do not be too close to him while he's rushing. In the back, 4 hits in, really nice combo. Almost got frostbitten, which is not ideal, slows down your movement. And here you go. Friede is healing him. It's really obvious animation from her side and his. So go over. You can, I guess, out damage it, but it's a good opportunity just to go and interrupt it, get a backstab on her before turning your attention back to Ariandel. So he has a few attacks like this, Fire Breath. He also has a big raining fire sort of AoE attack from above like so, which is a huge AoE puddle on the ground. You want to just get away from that. It would be great if we could just eke out another rush like so. So at medium to long range, he likes to do this, which is great. Huge window to get behind him here, attack through the chair, which is still attached to his arse, and get good combos in, which is where the Sellsword Twin Blades really, really shine. So we're doing great damage there, and that is phase 2. And actually, that is the fight done. We got our slab. Yay, that's it. We got our reward. The fight is done. No, it's not. Lol. Phase 3 is where things start to get really, really difficult. So she's got way more health this time. Pretty much the same attacks as phase 1. Just to point out, we waited a wee minute until the voice line came in, and then we did a Carthus Rouge. This attack here, this big black flame hacking explosion, this is a tricky one to dodge, and I'll go over it again when it comes up again later in the fight. Luckily, we got through phase 1 and 2 quite quickly, so we didn't use any Estus, I don't think. So we got plenty of Estus for this fight. So once again, she still does her teleporting invincibility hacking, then starts charging up an attack. I think she for some reason interrupted it there. I think because oh, there we go, she's doing it now, Okay, so we're able to get behind her, get the backstab. As she stands up, 1 L2 attack and back off. Do not try to go for more. This melee combo, absolutely devastating. You do not want to be anywhere near it. Don't try and punish it. I mean, you can parry it if you like, but just, we're backing off, waiting for her to do something like this. So when she does this sort of skate along the ground, or this jump, frozen jump, you can get behind her. If you're really quick here, you can get a backstab. But I personally, it's a really, really short window. I would go for an L1, just a cheeky L1 on her, because that is an opportunity to attack back, but a tricky one to get backstab on. The invis, like, slow wind up attack, that's a much easier one for backstab. Oh, we were so close there, just positioning was off. So yes, she has these black flame moves now, which you'll need a wee bit of fire defense for. This, like, serpent that goes along the ground does have targeting on you, so you can't dodge it by sidestepping it. You have to, like, multiple rolls to the side to dodge that, because it does home in on you. Here we go, black flame jump. Oh, it's a frozen jump, sorry. They kind of look the same. I'm waiting for the... Here we go, right. So with this, you want to dodge to the side. So Charlie's trying a different tactic where she tried to sort of rush Friede, get behind her for the backstab. It's really difficult to pull off. We didn't manage it. So what I'm going to advise here is when you see that black flame, I keep trying to say tornado from heckin' Elden Ring, is to stay a fair distance away, dodge to the side, do not dodge backwards, and just wait for that one to cool down. You might be able to rush in after and get an L1 attack on her. But that's what we're going to do for that one. Invisible again. Watch the snow sort of went poof off to the left, which means she jumped to the right. Track her down to stop her from doing her frost path ability until she becomes visible again. Just keep looking for the footsteps, just like we did back in Dark Souls 1 with Priscilla. And once she appears and starts charging her big decapitation, whatever it's called, attack, we can backstab her. If you fail to find her and you think, oh god, she's been charging this attack, it's gonna go off, stay calm. Once again, we were so close there. Just dodging to the side would have avoided that. Yeah, so she's been invisible for a long time. You think this attack's about to go off. Listen, stay calm. Listen for it sounds like a scythe cutting through the air. That's your sound cue to just spam dodge, basically, and hopefully that one misses you. It's a really, like, quick attack, but hopefully you'll be able to avoid that. Well, hopefully you'll be able to find her when she's invisible. See, here we go. Here's the sort of snake again, which you can just dodge to the side for. There's the frozen leap, which you can get a backstab in, but easier just to get an L1, maybe even 2. I can get those combos, girl, get them. But yeah, that basically is how you'd fight Black Flame Friede with our build. She is by no means easy, but once you know what to look for and what not to bother looking for, You actually, oh frick, that one hurt because we were like I said before, you do want to be a little distance away from her when she does that because there is a patch that hits under her feet. Yeah, once you know what to look for and what not to try and punish, that's all that is the secret of this fight, really. It's a fantastic fight. I hope you enjoy it. Don't get frustrated. I know it's a long one. Do take the opportunity to summon Gale because it's an absolute game changer just having someone to distract, especially when there's two of them. So try that for a couple times, learn the fight. I do believe fights are easier without a summon because bosses are more predictable. But yeah, try him out to sort of learn the fight is my advice. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed the fight. Any questions? If you've got a completely different build, I'd be happy to chat about that in the comments below. We've just got a couple more things to do now at the end of the Painted World of Ariandel. That was it, the second boss. So we've headed back here to the Corvian village. We're looking for our Corvian settler friend, the only one that like had enough sanity to talk to us. This is where he was before in his little kitchen. But now that we've killed Sister Friede about 3 heckin' times, we've now sort of completed his quest. He's now outside. So if we just head outside the door here, we can chat to him. You don't need to go back and talk to the painting woman. You can, like, that's sort of like part of this quest line with like, please burn the painting or whatever. You can for lore, but you can just come straight here to this guy and the reward is a titanite slab. So he's just, there you go. There he is. Oh, thank you. But yeah, awesome fight. Absolutely awesome fight. Bloody terrifying as well. But I hope you've enjoyed. Right, so that is us actually done with the Painted World of Ariandel, the first of Dark Souls 3's 2 DLCs. It's now time to head to the Ringed City and head to the Dreg Heap. We've already found a bonfire for the Dreg Heap and it was just before doing Soul of Cinder, but this is kind of when you're meant to go to the Dreg Heap and it's after doing Friede. So that's where we'll go and that's where I'll see you again. Remember to subscribe and you won't miss another video. If you like the video, then I like you and I'll see you in the next one.